I love making music because it gives me a sense of escapism. It helps me not think about things for a bit. It helps me get my feelings out. It helps me chill out. It helps me know myself a little bit more. When I write something, I just write what's on my mind, and then it helps me analyse myself a little bit more. Having mental health problems and being alone quite a lot of the time is like tedious and boring, and it makes you feel lethargic. And then when you go to somewhere like Mind the Gap, there's a bubbly atmosphere, you've got friends there. You've got just a space to thrash out and get your emotions out, really. Just after my 19th birthday, I was in the middle of a psychotic breakdown, and I got sectioned just after my 19th birthday, and I went into hospital, and I wasn't allowed my instruments in there, obviously not drums, obviously not electric guitar or bass, so I was really struggling. And when I was in there, I just had a craving for music, and I managed to get leave from hospital, and the first thing I did when I got leave was come to Mind the Gap. And I was a bit shaky at first. I was a bit out of it on various medications and stuff like that, but just having Steve around, having Sue around, Nobby, just seeing old faces helped me feel like I had a place to be, instead of just existing in hospital, waiting for it to end.
I started Mind the Gap because there was a gap for music and mental health. I played in bands for years and wanted to just put something back into it. I had a mental breakdown when I was 21, ended up in hospital, ended up being prescribed heavy antipsychotic drugs. I managed to get away from that with the support of my family and friends, and I joined a band. And I've never had a mental episode since. And all my slightly crazy urges are now put into my music, and I've got that creative outlet that I think so many people need.
I believe in it, and there's plenty of research to back it up, that when people are given the opportunity to be creative and to do things and to express themselves, then this has a positive effect on health and well-being. And I think, unfortunately, we live in a compartmentalised society where we separate things out. So we talk in terms of budgets for social care or budgets for health, when actually things need to be joined up and things interconnect in a way that serves individuals. And if it serves individuals, it serves society as a whole.
It's not just music, it's making friends with people, isn't it? That's what it's about. And you can't make music without making friends. You have to, otherwise it just wouldn't work, would it? As humans, we're quite sociable animals. Doesn't matter what we do as friends. If we're doing something together we enjoy, that's important.
The other thing that Mind the Gap does is it offers a person who doesn't go out much, who's a bit socially isolated, to go out once a week. And it's almost as if like there's a voice inside me saying, okay, let's see what you can do this week. It's kind of there to bring you up, to sort you out and put you back on the street in a much better condition than when you left, because many people arrive quite sort of strained or feeling the starts of depression, but I've never ever seen anybody leave who hasn't been up and feeling good. Music has that empowering quality, you know, it has a kind of even if everything else in their life has kind of not worked out, has faded badly, music always has that ability to really kind of bring you on. It gathers up all your spirit and kind of then takes you to the place you want to be with other people, and then you just unleash.
I must admit, I've never ever played on stage with my sons before, so I was really nervous about it. But I think it was just scary because I'd never done it before, but the fact that I'd done it with everyone else who has a similar issue or similar, issues in the sense of either suffering from anxiety, which one or two people in our band do, and the fact that it was organised by people we know and people we trust made it a little bit more comfortable. I think if it was just someone asked me to just join in, I would probably not be able to do it. But the fact that we'd all worked together before and managed to work something out was good. I think it was helpful.
It was an open pub venue where anyone off the street could come in, and some people did, and it gave them the real experience of playing live in a decent venue, with the beauty of us all as a group, as Mind the Gap, and supported in that environment.
They don't say it's just 6 months for your time. They say it as a lot more than that. There's always a bit of a future for everybody, as much as they want to take their own future in their own hands.
Without it, I doubt I would have been able to organise a band practice by myself. I wouldn't have been able to meet up with people. I wouldn't be able to find musicians to play with, really.
I wanted Mind the Gap to be socially inclusive to everyone, and where people could not only play music, but actually interact and make real friends. A lot of people with mental health are put in little boxes and left because society doesn't really know what to do. Whereas I think that's half of the problem. If we're social animals, we're social beings, we need to be with each other, and making music together is such a team building, confidence building thing.
You gave me pocket money, we all enjoy the Western and the fab, don't believe they are fab. Nanny glad Sunday roast really was a blessing, all good things come to those who wait. Roast potatoes who die for, Brussels sprouts, hot gravy and red sauce. Roast potatoes who die for, Brussels sprouts, hot gravy and red sauce. You like mint, I did not back then, but I love it now, it reminds me of back then, just marvellous.
What is that thing that golfers put their ball on before a round? A tea? Yes please, 3 sugars, plenty of milk.
Blessed are the tea makers, you always said, I have to agree with you there, Uncle Jet. Uncle Jet. Uncle Jet.
What do you reckon? I want your honest criticism. Do you reckon it'll go to number 1? What about Mum? Do you reckon she will love it? Hard.